CBC News has learned that Canadian involvement in Mali goes beyond providing a heavy lift transport plane to French troops. In fact, Canadian special forces are on the ground in the West African country. They're not involved in fighting, so what are they doing? Laurie Graham explains.
After nearly a year of living under the control of Islamist militants, people poured into the streets in celebration. French and Malian troops moved in to two northern cities over the weekend and forced the al-Qaeda-linked rebels out. At this defense meeting on Mali, officials reported that Canadian troops offered information to French forces in the ongoing battle to win back the north. CBC News has learned Canadian troops who are training forces in Niger heard about skirmishes close to the Malian border and reported tactical information to the French military. We've also been told Canadian special forces are on the ground in Mali's capital Bamako to protect Canadian assets, including the embassy. The government will only say that steps have been taken to ensure the mission and Canadian personnel are protected, but will not comment on security specifics. Today in the House, the Prime Minister was very clear about what Canada will not do.
We will not undertake a Canadian combat mission to Mali. At the same time, we are providing technical assistance to French and other military forces who are there.
Since Canada's mission in Mali began nearly 3 weeks ago, the opposition has complained about a lack of transparency by the government. Not today.
If it were Canadian troops, properly trained, the best ones that we could find for the job to protect our personnel at an embassy in a conflict zone, that'd be fine. It has nothing to do with engaging in the heart of the conflict zone.
France is the only Western country engaging in the conflict zone. Today, French President François Hollande said after troops regain control of the north, it will be up to Africans to hold it. The African Union says it will need financial support from the global community, up to $1 billion, to help train African armies.
There is a need to accelerate the operationalization of the African Standby Force.
Canada's minister responsible for international development, Julian Fantino, is on his way to Ethiopia, Peter, for a global meeting with the African Union. But Canada has not yet said whether it will provide financial aid to Mali.